Tucker Carlson, Fox News, is, I believe, doing some sort of things to keep him silent for at least a couple of years.
Colonel Sanders is talking about how Elon Musk is using Twitter to save freedom. I might disagree with y'all on this one right here because I think Elon Musk is extremely strategic, but I don't think he's saving freedom. All right. But let me go ahead and hear this out.
Anyone on the left, I would sincerely ask you, take Elon Musk up on his offer and take your show to Twitter. And I mean it. Right now, this could all change. Right now, what Elon Musk is doing is reasonable and American. He is trying to turn it into an actual town square.
Katarina is here. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, best auntie ever. I didn't see y'all show up. Happy Mother's Day.
A town square is someplace that traditionally in America you could always go and there'd be somebody on their soapbox and you'd listen to them and then you'd go to somebody else who was on their soapbox and you'd listen to them and they might be disagreeing, but you could hear everything. Now that's the way we did it in the 17 and 1800s. Last year, the New York Times put out a poll that found 1 in 5 Americans say politics hurts their relationships with their friends or families. I don't believe that number is that low, only 1 in 5. Across the political spectrum, do you know the one thing we all agree on? We're too divided.
Extremely divided, man. And that's why the relationships are being torn. Nobody wants to listen to the other person. No one wants to listen. It's just, I'm right, and what you're saying is mean and negative. What? I disagree with you and I'm being mean and negative? Oh, so you don't even want to answer my question now. You started the conversation. Really? That's how we're going to be? But you started the conversation. All of a sudden, you don't want to hear my side. I just asked you a question. Oh, my question was negative? All right. And the next thing you know, you stop talking to them people because they only want to have the discussion. But discussions are how things will be fixed.
And there are 2 solutions to this. One, I believe, is evil. You liquidate all the people that disagree with whatever the government says. Okay, whatever the leaders or the elites say is true, you either put them in jail or you liquidate them. It's been done before. That's a legitimate offer, a legitimate way to deal with things if you are an awful, evil person who believes in dictatorship. Okay? The other solution, which has always been the American solution, which is open communication. All voices. All voices. We need to have more places. In fact, it used to be all of America, where people of all stripes can get all pieces of information. Why is this so important? Because if I'm lying to you about what's happening, you should be able to hear it and then have others be able to say, that's not true. And stand in the same space and say, that's not true. And not just call names, but actually give the facts, which we can do on all of our arguments. We don't just have to say, no, they're lying to you because they're lying and they're lying liars who lie all the time. We will give you the facts and ask you, trace it back your own self. Don't trust us. Don't trust anyone.
Apparently, that's real disrespectful to say nowadays. When you say, I'm giving you some information right here, it's the truth. I mean, go back and look it up yourself. I'll wait. As a matter of fact, I gave you some truth. Now you give me some facts too. I would love to go research whatever you go tell me to go research. I'll do that. That's probably like the most, like, you've been smug about it too. First of all, you're on the evil side and now you're going to be smug about it. And you're like, whoa, nobody's smug. I mean, confident. I'm confident because I was able to trace back the information that I'm feeding to you right now. And that makes me feel a little secure about the conversation, my point in this conversation, my stance in this conversation. But it makes you come off as smug. And you're repping an evil side, so to speak. But, you know what I mean? That's just life.
Okay? This is really important, but we don't have that. Right now, people like me and Ben Shapiro and Tucker Carlson are being throttled by social media platforms. We actually have teams of people. You can't believe the amount of time and money and energy it takes to strategize every single day on how not to get censored for sharing what we believe to be true. Tucker Carlson has found a very ingenious way to make sure his voice isn't blocked. Fox News is, I believe, doing some very Fox News sort of things to keep him silent for at least a couple of years.
Whoa. So is Fox bad now? Are we not to watch Fox now? Y'all let me know so I can go let the MSNBC and CNN people know that Fox got some drama. Fox got some drama, everybody. They're going to be like, I knew it. Oh, my gosh, man. We got to watch with your boy Joe Biden, man. He went to Howard University, and oh, my gosh, that brother, bro. I swear to goodness. Y'all heard what he said about it takes a whole team, a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of time, strategizing how to get the truth out to people without being banned or getting a strike or being shut down. That's the absolute truth. Unfortunately, I will say this. As a content creator, when you're posting something on YouTube, it does give you a list of things that you can say and a list of things that you can't say. It does. And it tells you why. And you just got to check that. Although what you're sharing, and if I'm talking about something like something that shuts down the country for a long time, and people will have to get treatment for it, and you don't really want to talk about it, you do this. You know what I mean? You find another way to speak on it without speaking on it. So yeah, you got to play a whole bunch of games, go through loops and whatnot. But this is the price you pay for being the person to get that information out there. It's not like the risk is not worth the reward, because most times it is. So Glenn Beck, Tucker, all these content creators, myself included, many people understand the reward of these risks. And I'm not talking about only financial awards, clout awards, or community awards or anything like that. I'm talking about the fact that you are able to go out there and you've built the platform for yourself, and you're using a platform that already exists, and they're giving you the means to be able to share your perspective or your information with a whole array of people all over the world. And you do that. And when you do that, you know what I mean, they do their part to put it out there, and it falls in the screens of more people, more and more people. And you understand what could possibly happen when you start doing that. But it's worth it.
That can't happen, okay? Legally, they think they can get away with it. I don't think so, but I've not read Tucker Carlson's contract. But the one thing most likely not covered is Twitter, because we all own our own Twitter feeds. Companies don't own our Twitter feeds, okay? So you have that, and it's not part of your contract. And I know it's not at Fox, most likely, because when I left, they didn't cover anything online because Roger Ailes thought online was a fad. And I told him, no, it's not, Roger. And he said, well, you go ahead and do that internet thing. That's not going to amount to anything. And I said, Roger, you really need to pay attention to the internet. I know people thought that television was a fad. This is not a fad. This will come and destroy Fox News, as you know. He laughed at me. They've never taken it seriously until we built the Blaze and became a threat, and they started to build Fox Nation. Okay, we have been in discussions already with Elon's team about the possibility of streaming something exclusive and special on Twitter. Because, God willing, if Elon stays his course, and that's not a guarantee, but if he stays his course, Twitter will become one of the only social media platforms that actually supports free speech and transparency. I do not expect Elon Musk to censor anyone on the left. And I believe him that he actually wants the left to take him up on his offer of you stream things too.
No, and that's the part right there. Because that goes back to what I was saying earlier about the person that added Justin Pearson on there. They started following. Justin Pearson was the first and only person they started following as soon as they went back on Twitter and got banned immediately. That doesn't sound very free. That sounds like, okay, we're trying to stop people from seeing this guy. I don't care for the guy either. But to ban and block somebody for simply following them and not even be able to have any type of way of getting to their people and, you know, fixing that, it's a little tricky. Unless Elon Musk has someone working for him that's still far left or is far right or just crooked. I don't know. Or is it bots that automatically ban people? I don't know what type of systems they have set up. All I do know is that right there seems crooked.
That's how they pitched Facebook to us in the first place. We were the ones that helped build Facebook. And then they turned it all around on us and took all of our subscribers. And now we have to pay for access to the people we brought to Facebook. This is why I started The Blaze 12 years ago. We need a space to speak freely, but it's not enough just to have the BlazeTV. Because you need an additional microphone. If you can speak all you want to a group of people, but that group of people are behind a wall, the Germans found out that's very effective to shut down people who want to say things that you, as the government, don't want people to hear. Just put them in a ghetto. And we've talked about the digital ghetto for a long time.
Just put them in the ghetto? Well, why are you attacking the ghetto, brother? See, that's what I'm talking about, Glenn. That's right what I'm talking about, brother. Yeah, but the rest of this video is in the descriptions below. Make sure you go check it out if you like.